He's from a hunting line, so I'm hoping that I'm not doomed. I knew that they were high energy, but I honestly didn't know what that meant.
Good morning. So I'm spending some time outside with the dogs this morning because it's not raining men, hallelujah. So they get to come out here and do a sniffy sniff and be dogs. So anyway, I wanted to give an update on this video. So if you missed my previous video, I weighed in on this young lady who had purchased a puppy of a working breed, and it was very clear from her video that she was really over her head. And I just want to say that I'm a very passionate person. I come across very strong sometimes when it comes to topics that I'm passionate about. I'm very direct, I'm very straightforward, and I came down pretty hard on her, and I can admit that. But I really wanted it to be a teachable moment, not only for her, but for other young people, because I feel like we live in an era where it has become incredibly normalized to have a baby and put them all over the internet, right, and exploit them for money. To have a puppy and then put them all over the internet and make them an internet personality and exploit them for money. And this is something that has always concerned me, not only for children, for obvious reasons, but also for pets, because they can't tell you that they don't want to perform for your video, right? And we've seen how this has gone terribly wrong in many instances, right? So all of that to say, this is a topic that I'm very passionate about. I also want to come out and publicly say, as someone who strongly criticized this young lady, I am incredibly proud of her because she decided to rehome that puppy. And I'll include the clip here where it's been confirmed. She's getting a lot of flack for this, and I just want to provide people a different perspective, because you can't have it both ways. Like, we're human beings, we're gonna make mistakes. She was very clear that this was her first puppy, that she was inexperienced, right? Like, she made a mistake. And we in the dog community were very loud and pointed that out to her. So I don't think it's fair to then turn around and be like, you made a huge mistake and now you have to live with it. Like, no. Sometimes the correct answer is to rehome the dog, or in this case, rehome the puppy. And there's this social stigma around rehoming a dog. And I think that we really need to get away from that, because what is more important, that a dog have a good, healthy, stable life, or that somebody keep an animal that they're not capable of caring for and it potentially escalates into a neglectful situation? Why would we pressure somebody to do that? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I think that if more people thought about it, it wouldn't make sense to them either, right? The whole point is we want animals to be well cared for. It is our responsibility. It is our burden. It is our choice. It is important. And I think that if someone is in a situation where they can no longer care for that animal, whatever the reasoning is, as long as they are responsibly and ethically finding a home for that animal, right? Like, I certainly hope that she contacted the breeder and tried to give the puppy back. I certainly hope that that was the case. I don't know if that happened or not, but I hope so, right? But the fact of the matter is, for many breeders, it's a business. And so, yeah, you can give the puppy back, but you're not going to give your money back, right? Now, when I was a breeder, I had policies in place so that this would never happen. When people purchased a puppy, I held on to their money for a long time before I did anything with it, just on the off chance that somebody was overwhelmed and said, oh my gosh, right, like I need to give this puppy back. My main priority was that I didn't want to put someone in a position where they were making a decision solely based off of money. And especially in this economy, which is why I don't breed anymore, many people are put in that position. So if you are a breeder or you know someone who is, I invite you to share this story with them, because it's a different perspective. We are not living in the same world that we were in 20 years ago, right? And I think that there needs to be a little bit of room for grace and forgiveness when it comes to rehoming an animal. If somebody's in over their head, let's be supportive instead of tearing them down, because it's a hard decision to make. It is hard for somebody to say, I messed up, right? So I don't think that anything good will come of people giving this young lady a hard time. I think she made the right choice. I think that it was the best choice both for her and the puppy. And it was the responsible thing to do. Again, assuming that the puppy is responsibly rehomed, right? Which is a whole nother conversation. Let me know down in the comments below, have you or a family member or a friend ever rehomed an animal that you just felt like you weren't able to care for them? Did you receive social backlash from friends, family, people who know you because you rehomed them? Let me know down in the comments below. I really feel like we should change the conversation and make it about making responsible choices.